Hey, I'm here in Daniel 9:24, and right, this famous 70 weeks. It says 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression and to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Now, the first 69 weeks revolved around the physical nation of Israel. And here in the Bible, the last week is grouped with the other 69 as 70. So, we must conclude that the last week is also about the physical nation of Israel. And there's other ways to prove that also, because the church doesn't have a holy city on earth. Okay. The church already has reconciliation for iniquity, because we believed on Christ. We already have everlasting righteousness. Because we believed on Christ, we have the righteousness of God imputed onto our account. We already accept Him as the Messiah. Okay? And look, if you think that the church is Israel or a continuation of Israel or spiritual Israel, you're going to look at Daniel 9:24. You're going to read this, and you're going to think that that's talking to the church. Okay? And you're going to think that the last week has to do with the church when it doesn't. Now, if you think that the last week, which will be 7 years, will have to, do with the church, then you're going to have to conclude that the church is going to go through the tribulation. You're going to deny the pre-trib rapture, and there's also people that claim to be mid-trib, which is unbiblical, and then some people say they're post-trib, pre-wrath, which is an oxymoron and unbiblical. And look, church is not appointed unto God's wrath. And look, if you think that you're Israel, like there's no way around this. You're gonna have to falsely conclude that the church goes through the entire tribulation. Okay. And that's heresy, because you're putting the church under God's wrath, and you're basically denying the power of the cross.